Hello student, I'm Purnima and once again I welcome you all to my English class. Student, we are going to continue with the same poem which I was doing in yesterday video, and you can see the name written on the board. Just see No Man a Foreign. It is written by James Flaconer Kirkup. Alright, I told you already about we had a vast explanation I have done with you people regarding the poet. Okay, and you can see children, he died, James Flaconer Kirkup. He was born on 23rd April 1918 and he died on 10th May 2009. Now children, he was not only a poet. He used to write autobiography, he wrote novels, he wrote drama. Okay, so he had written more than 30 poems, and in 1947 his first book of poem was printed when he was in the University of Durham. Okay, so he was a great scholar, and children, in this poem basically he wanted to tell this thing that we should not distinguish people, we should not differentiate people because of their appearance or because of their religion or because of their region. We should not um, distinguish or differentiate the people. Student, what it was his basic philosophy of life, that the person should not be differentiated on the basis of his appearance, his religion, his region here means he means places, the person where the person is living in any country of the world. And children, he had wrote that all the people, their basic need is very common. In fact, everybody have that basic need: food, shelter and clothing. He also told that the structure of our bodies are the same, as we are all human beings. And he also told a student that because of the same structure, we cannot be differentiated. As well, he's told that children, we are born, we all beings, we are born, and the children, we complete our work, the daily routine we follow. And then what do? We, after following our daily routine, we all human beings sleeps, we wake up, next day also we follow the same routine. At the same time, children, he had told this thing that we all live on air, water, food and shelter. Without that, we won't be able to live. So why we are being differentiated, why we are considered as different people of different region and religion? Okay, and he also told we are all born, and when we die, we are there, and we are buried in the same earth. Okay, except Hindus, we are cremated, but our ashes is also mixed in the earth. So there is no difference between all the people who are born, they die, and they lie on the same earth. So there is no question of differentiation here. Then he also told that we defile this earth. Children, I told you the meaning of defile yesterday. He told that we defile our earth by having a lot of fighting and hatred against each other. Here many person plays an important role, they incite other person, and there they provoke angriness, that they are being hurt, they hate each other, they fight each other. So he is telling that we should not do all this time. Let there will be atmosphere of love and relaxation on earth. So we should not, if anybody is trying to create hatred among us, we should not spoil the atmosphere of the earth. We should think thoroughly and seriously about it. Okay, so students, This was the in fact the central idea of the poem. Now let me once again revise the theme, what the writer wanted to have. So here, no man are foreign is about, the theme here is human being. That means the equality of the human being. And he told, since you can see the heading, no man are foreign, that means we are living in the same earth. So where is the question of foreign is being arised here? We are not foreigners, our we are living in the same earth. Earth is same everywhere, so how can we people call us foreigners? Okay, foreigners, I told you, not our own country. So he is telling that we lives on earth, so that means we are not foreigner, we are same everywhere, and we are all human being, we should not be differentiated. So these were the wording of the poet James Kirkup. At the same time, he told that we all children breathe and have oxygen. Okay, we breathe with the help of oxygen, and children, we all enjoy, all human being enjoy sunshine, air, beautiful nature, the earth. Okay, and water. Of course, we all human being cover our body by putting different type of clothes. So here there is no question or that we are different people, we are same people, our habits are same here, and there is no question of differentiation. As people are thinking that human beings are different and they are living in foreign land, so there is no question of differentiation, there is no question of distinguishes, but there is no question of foreign land. We are all one, we had same habit, we are born, we do lot of work, we sleep, we wake. Okay, we all breathe, we all drink water, we all have food, we all cover our body with the clothes, with the help of clothes. So he is telling where is the question of differentiation, that means we are all one. And children, he is telling all the people in this world are fed by the harvest. And children, when they complete their what to say, the time, they die, and then children, after death we are all buried in the earth in the same manner. And the some of the activities like sleeping and waking is with every human being. It's not that one human being is sleeping and the other is not sleeping at all. Though we can say that one sleep for a longer period of time and other sleeps for short duration. But sleeping is the characteristic, children. It is the activity which we all human being do. Not activity, it is the basis, it is a natural thing in our life that we all have to do. It is a must in our life. Then we all feel that we should be loved by someone, we should also love someone, we all human being feel that we should have a friends also. So children, these are the things which are found common in all the human being. That means we are not different, we are same, we are all same everywhere. And children, it is the human being who hate each other, it is the human being who hate each other, and we defile this other. The meaning of defile, I told you, is to spoil. Okay, we spoil our earth, and we all fight. Sometimes there is a war, sometimes there is a fighting between us, sometimes there is a hatred, sometimes we hurt others, sometimes we get hurt. So lot of ill wills are there in the in this earth, and we should try to avoid it. Then our life will be more beautiful, and more we will be living in a more relaxed manner, which would be good for everybody's health. And he is telling that we should avoid the insightness of the people, children who create problems in others life. They should be alert from these people, and because of these people there is a fight, there is a hatred. Okay, all these things are there, so we should avoid meeting with these people. So student, this is the message of the poem. And children, I also to tell you that he in this poem Jane Kirkup is telling that we are not strangers, we are all one, and our countries, since we are all living on earth, so we are not foreigners. All people wear clothes of the same kind to cover their body. All of us walk on the same land, and after death, we all will be buried in the ground. All of us need air, water, sunshine, and what else? Food and shelter. So these are the basic needs of human being. And children, we all have the same types of body part which is covered with the uniform. Here uniform means dresses. Here uniform doesn't mean the same type of clothes like school uniform, okay, or the uniform of army or navy. Here uniform means different type of clothes. Of course, we all sleep and we all wake up, we enjoy, we feel sad. So these are some of the characteristic of human being. And children, if it is we who hate others, it is we who blame others, it is we who fight with each other, and it is we who hurt each other, okay. So children, we should try to avoid all these things, and let's make our land, our earth where we are living beautiful by not doing all this thing, okay, because we are not foreign. This earth is not a, we are not foreigner in our land. This earth is same for everybody. So that's why the poet James Kirkup is telling that we are not foreigners, we are the human beings, and our shelter, where we are living, we are living in this, upon this earth, okay. First paragraph I have explained you, children, and today I will be starting with the second stanza. First stanza I have explained you. Now today I am starting with the second stanza, right? So in the first stanza, I think, let me revise for 1 minute more. In the first stanza, children, it was told that our body breathes under the uniform. Our body is same under the uniform, and here uniform means dresses, and we all breathe. We all human being, we breathe, and he want to say that we all human being are same because our body structure is same. Only thing it is covered with different type of clothes. So he is telling the all the men who belongs from this earth, they have to put clothes, they have to wear some clothes to cover their body, and he is telling after passing their life with lots of ups and down, we are buried on this earth. All of us, we are going to have our last abode, it will be this earth, okay. So this is the explanation. This was the central idea of the stanza, first stanza. And now student, I am going to start with the second stanza, the explanation of the second stanza. So I am going to read, and you take your pencils and pen out so that you can note the meaning, difficult word meaning. Before reading, children, I have written some of the important and new word meaning on the blackboard, as you can see. So children, you can see here, fed. Fed means give food. What is the meaning of fed? Fed means give food. Peaceful means calm. What is the meaning of peaceful, student, here? Peaceful means calm. Harvest, the act of collecting grains or food. What is the meaning of harvest? Harvest means the act of collecting grain or food. Then starved. Starved, children, to suffer due to lack of food. To suffer due to lack of food. You can also tell die due to hunger. This both meaning are correct here. So, to suffer due to lack of food, or to die, about to die just because of hunger. Then labor, you all know, to work very hard. Okay, to work hard or to work very hard is labor. So these are some of the new word meaning of the second stanza, and please note it down. Fed, gives food. Peaceful, calm. Harvest, the act of collecting grain or food. Starve, to suffer due to lack of food. Labor, to work hard. Alright. So student, here I am, and I'm going to children doing will be doing the explanation. I will be explaining the poem, and I think with the meaning, you know now the explanation will be easier for you. So let's read. They too aware of sun and air and water. They are fed by peaceful harvest by war's long winter starved. Okay. Their hands are ours, and their lines, and in their lines we read a labor not different from our own. Now children, he is telling all the human beings, okay, all the human beings, what is required in their life. They required sunshine, air and water. This is very necessary in their life. That means all the human children, all the human beings, they are aware, and they are required what? They are required sun, they are required air, they required water. This is the most necessary thing, and of course food and shelter and clothes. So these are the basic needs in one's life. And children, the other basic most important thing is food. Without food and water we cannot even live. Okay, we will start starving. So he is telling the how do we get food. So here the poet is telling we get food by peaceful harvest. Okay, what is the meaning of harvest? Harvest, student, I told you, see, the act of collecting grains or food. From through farming we collect grain and food, and then we cook our food. So here he is telling they too aware of sun and air and water, are fed by peaceful harvest by war's long winter starve. So he is telling children, the poet James Kirkup is telling here, he is telling we all human being. I am explaining the meaning of the second stanza, first line. So he is telling we all are aware. Who are we? We refers to all the human beings here. So we are aware of sun and air and water. And children, we are fed. Fed means, I told you, to give food. That means we collect food by harvest. Harvest is what? Harvest, children, we cut the grain, we bring to our house. That all procedure is known as harvest. That means to collect grain and food. By war's long winter starve. Okay, and children, the poet is telling that it is the long lasting war in winters lead to their starvation. Sometimes children, a war is there between two countries, and children, in war, children, sometimes the soldiers are so busy in fighting that they have to starve. They don't get food in time. So children, sometimes children, we get food regularly from the harvest, but sometimes like war like situation is there, so we have to starve. Okay, starved, I told you what is the meaning of starve, to suffer due to lack of food. Now then children, this line, their hands are our, and in their lines we read a labor not different from our own. Labor means children to work hard. So here the poet is telling that all the human beings, their capacity is too much. Okay, they show the capacity of doing hard work or labor. They show the capacity of doing hard work or labor. Their capacity is very much. So children, this is the explanation of the second line. Okay, that means, let me tell in a nutshell, I'm going to tell you that we human beings, students, we are all the human beings, everybody in this world need air, water, okay, shelter, food, and this food, this. So students, in the second stanza, I will be telling you the summary or the central idea of the second stanza of the poem, that we all the human beings in the world, they need air, they need water, they need sunshine. Okay, and children, we all have food. All the human beings in this world, from where they get food? They get the food through the harvest. Okay, but sometimes children we get food, sometimes due to war or due to any other reason, sometimes we human being have to suffer, we are sometimes we starve. Then he is telling all the human being they work very hard, they have capacity of doing hard work and labor. So this is uh, what to say, this is the explanation of paragraph 2. Now children we will be doing the stanza 3. I am going to read and you can see. Remember they have eyes like ours that walk or sleep, and strength that can be won by love in every land is common life. They all can recognize and understand. So I was telling you children, now I'm going to tell you about the third line, and I've written the important word meaning. As you can see on the board children, wake means arise, common means usual, recognize means to identify, to know, understand also means to know, and strength means power. So once again I revise this word because these words will, new words will be there in stanza number 3. So the meaning of wake is arise, common means usual, recognize means to identify, to know, understand means to know, strength is power. So these are the new words children, you have to note down in your copy. These are the new words student which you have to note it down in your copy. Now all right, so now I am going to read these words and you can student, you can word meaning I've already discussed with you. Now I'm going to read. Remember they have eyes like ours that wake or sleep, and strength that can be won by love in every land is common life that all can recognize and understand. Okay children, we all human being, we are having all the human being, everybody in this world, they have what, they have eyes. And children, we close our eyes when we sleep and we open our eyes when we wake up or sleep. So children, we are all, everybody is having eyes, we all sleep, close our eyes, we wake up, open our eyes, and strength that can be won. Okay, and children, of course the sleep and the waking up and the sleep is a common phenomena, and all the human being they have got some strength in their body, some power in their body, and due to that they can work according to their capacity. By strength that can be won by love in every land is common life. So he is telling, and strength that can be won by love. Now children, your strength, your power, okay, can be won by love also. That means you want that somebody should love you, and you also want to that love someone, you would like to have your friends. In every land is common life. Okay, so children, what is a common life here? In every land, that means in every part of the world we have common life. That means we sleep, we wake up, we eat, we take food, we drink water, we enjoy sunshine, we breathe with the same oxygen. Okay, so everywhere in the world we are having the same common life. And in the first line the word is there, they. So they, who are they? They refers to the human being. They refers to the people whom we discriminate. They should not be discriminated, whom we discriminate. Right? Then that all can recognize and understand. So the poet is telling that the life of the people, okay, we can recognize our life, and we are the one who understand our life. What is the difference between our life and animal life? Animals, they never think. We always think, we're always worried. Oh, how I'm going to complete that work. Oh, how where how we are going to breed very soon, what food we will be having. Animals don't have to worry. So children, these things, some of the qualities are common in our human being, in the life of the human being. And children, we recognize all these things, and we know that what are our worries. We know when we are all happy, when our work is completed, we feel relaxed, we feel happy. Okay. So children, here the poet want to say there are many things in the world is common. Many things in the world is are there which is common. Okay. What are those? Like we all enjoy sunshine, we all have food, we all have water, we all have shelter, we have oxygen, we have bright sunshine. We are in need of a bright sunshine. We enjoy sunshine. Okay. And children, we all sleep. The same eyes everybody is having. We all sleep. We all wake up. Okay. The strength we are having, according to our strength, we do, and we do identify our strength. Okay. And we understand. We try to understand that what is our power, and what according to that we complete our work. So, children, this is the third stanza. I have completed with the third stanza. Now I will be coming with the fourth stanza. So fourth stanza I am going to read, and you will hear it. Yes, student. Now the fourth paragraph. Let us remember, when we are told to hate our brother, it is our sin. Children, there are many selfish people in the world who incite us, okay, who instigate us. And what do? They tell that to hate the foreigners. They tell to go and have a war with them, to insult them, to hurt them. In many ways, they incite our feeling, incite. Okay. So children, it is they who instigate the commoners. Commoners are the we human being to hate foreigners. Hate foreigners means the people of the other country. So to hate our brother, it is ourselves. Children, if we will hate our brothers are whom? The entire human being. We are also human being. They are also human being. So in a way, we are hating us only. Okay, we are also human being. They are also human being. So in a way, what they are doing, children, we are hating ourselves only. One human being is having lot of hatred for another human being. So what are we doing? We are hating ourselves. And what are the children, the aftermath of hatred? What is the result of hatred? Violence, war, okay, communal disharmony, inhuman behavior, like children to get hurt, to hate others. So these are inhuman behavior. And children, here hating our brother means hating ourselves. We are indirectly hating ourselves only, because we are hating our brother. We are hating our own brothers, so we are hating ourselves only. And children, you can see what are the results when somebody incite us. We are being disposed, we are take somebody's property by force. We betray means to deceive someone, to condemn. Sometimes we criticize, we hurt. Okay. So we create the feeling of a hatred. Okay, we hate others, and hating our brothers means hating ourselves. Now, children, one question is there: why does the poet call all stranger and foreigners brother? So, children, all of them are bound by the common bond of humanity. We are all bound by common bond of humanity. Okay. So children, in fourth, that what is the fourth stanza is about? The fourth stanza is about that, children, there are many people in the world who incite us, who pollute the atmosphere of earth. They tell us to fight, they tell us to take the property of other by force, they deceive us, children, and so many. And the result is that we start hating our own brother. we started fighting with our own brother. Okay, so in this way, children, they are polluted due to these people. Our this atmosphere of the earth is polluted. So we should not pollute. We should think very seriously, and we should avoid these consequences, because hating others means hating ourselves. Now, children, we will come to the last stanza of this poem, and the last stanza is, it is the human earth that we defile. Defile means, children, spoil. I think I have told you the meaning of defile many times when I was teaching you this poem. So here defile means spoil, and it is the human earth that we defile. Our hells of fire and dust outrage them. Outrage means great anger. What is the meaning of outrage here? Great anger. And innocence. Innocence means purity. It is the human earth that we defy. So children, in this way, what we people are doing, when somebody incite us, we are, children, hating, we are fighting with each other, we are doing a lot of violence, we are having a lot of violence, communal harmony, human children, inhuman behavior. So in that way, what we are doing, we are defiling our earth, we are spoiling. Defile means to spoil the atmosphere of earth. Our hells of fire and dust outrage the innocence. And children, we children humiliate the mother earth by killing and fighting with one another. Our hells of fire, children, what are hells of fire? That means we kill, we fight with each other, so we create hell in our earth. Outrage the innocence. Okay, outrage means great anger. And children, many innocent people are angry when they see all these things, but where they are helpless, they are not able to do anything. Of air that is everywhere our own, children, the same air we are breathing, we all human beings are breathing with the same air. Remember, no man unforeign and no country is strange. And that's why, children, since we are breathing the same air, we should not get our earth polluted. When some people incite us, when some people instigate us, okay, instead, children, what we should think, remember, no man are foreign and no country is strange. That means no land is foreign for us. We are living in the same earth, and no country is strange here. Okay, and no country is strange. That means nobody is strange here. We all know each other. We are all one. This is the earth is the property of everybody, and we human being, we are also not a stranger, we are one. So student, with this I conclude my poem here. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.